Folks, have I got a deal for you?
You have got to be kidding me! Wild West Deals!
WildWestDeals.com. You can shop all day long. Don West got those gym and tens. Swimming in baseball cards again. Up in that cricket, you gotta be kidding me. Crazy deals, that's insanity. Gizmos, gadgets, electronics, beer pong tables. D West got it. Sports memorabilia is the game. My man Don West has gotta be the name. WildWestDeals.com. Everything you want, let's get it on.
Don West here at Wild West Deals to absolutely tell you about my favorite deal I've ever offered on this website, ever. In fact, a lot of you know me from the Shop at Home days when I did this 8 hours a night, 4 nights a week for 12 years. To this day, nothing that I've ever sold before in the past compares to this moment right now. I'm going to tell you something, folks, and I want you to look at me and understand this. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you don't ever buy anything else the rest of your life, if you don't ever buy another thing that as long as you live, buy this. Because this is the greatest deal ever offered on any kind of media in the history of the world, and I'm not kidding. If you're a baseball card fan, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you back to the 1970s. That's when I was a kid. All right? That's why I'm doing this. Near and dear to me. I started collecting baseball cards in 1968 when I was 5 years old. But then 70, 71, all the way to 79 were my baseball card collecting years. I'm going to do a deal. I'm going to guarantee you at least 100 cards. Are you ready for this? Every single card will be from the 1970s. I didn't stutter. I'm taking you back. If you were to buy packs from the 70s today and to get 100 cards, you're going to pay $400 to $500 and not know what you're getting. It's going to be absurd. For $29.95, and I didn't stutter, $29.95, I'm going to go back in the past and take you to 1970 and relive that decade. One of the greatest in the history of baseball. Who can forget the Big Red Machine, the Oakland A's? Who can forget the World Series in 75 between Boston and Cincinnati? Who can forget We Are Family when I'm talking about Pittsburgh beating the Orioles in the World Series? Who can forget those great years? The Dodgers and Yankees reborn again. It was unbelievable in the 70s. Roberto Clemente, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron still playing. The greats that came in, Tony Perez, Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Billy Williams, Ron Santo, all those players from the 70s, folks. Mike Schmidt, that's right. He owned the 70s. We're going to give you 100 different cards. Now, I'll tell you what, if you can, my friend, zoom in on some of these cards. I pulled this out of some of the deals. Folks, there are going to be cards that book for anywhere from $5 to maybe even $100 that you're going to get. We have these in mass quantity. They're put together. It doesn't matter who you get. That's how we can do it. There'll be high-numbered cards, single prints, all cards from the 70s. I mean, look at some of these names. Nolan Ryan, Cesar Cedeno. There's an old Cubs team card. Norm Cash, Ron Cey, Reggie Jackson. Need I say more? Willie Mays, Carl Yastrzemski. Vida Blue, baby, Vida Blue, Roberto Clemente, Joe Morgan, Perez, Carlton, Winfield, Lou Brock, Hank Aaron, Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson, Gaylord Perry, Fergie Jenkins. Folks, I'm going through some of these cards, and I can't believe what I'm pulling out. More Tom Seavers, more Carl Yastrzemski's, Hank Aaron's, Nolan Ryan's. There's a Ryan Seaver. There's a Robin Yount. Al Downing right there gave up number 715 to Hank Aaron. Who could forget that? Right there, Juan Marichal. More Aarons, more Robin Younts, Jim Fregosi. Folks, you're going to get cards from the 70s. Yeah, there's going to be cards that, folks, that you might not remember, but they'll take you back if you're a fan. Billy Grabarkowitz, Bill Melton, Horace Clark. It goes on all day long. Bump Wills, Maury Wills' son, Gary Thomason, Tommy Boggs, Andy Messersmith. Cards and cards galore. But you are going to get over 100 cards. Here's some old greats. Jim Palmer, Sparky Anderson, Louis Aparicio, Milt May, Rudy Meoli, Gang, you might not remember some of these, but some of them are going to take you back. Jim Nettles, Horatio Pena. It just goes on and on and on. Gary Lavelle. Some of these are great in the name game when you play the baseball name game. Eric Soderholm, look at that, 1974 Topps, one of the minis. Hard to find. Paul Splittor, Frank Tanana, Ray Fosse, Terry Forster, the Catfish Hunter, Charlie Spikes. Oh, here's one. Walt No Neck Williams. Being from Chicago, I got to see him play so many times. About 5'7". Walt No Neck Williams, they called him. Unbelievable. Pat Kelly, another person who played for the Orioles and the White Sox. Folks, you're going to get 100 different cards, all from the 70s. Now, again, you have to think what this would cost. If you were to find these cards right now in unopened packs, you'd pay $1,000 to get 100 cards and not know what you're going to get. Folks, we're going to guarantee you superstars. We're going to guarantee you big names. We're going to guarantee you all cards from the 70s, the entire deals, 1970s, 1970 to 79, for only $29.95. I kid you not, folks. This will take you back. You'll feel so good about yourself. I mean, I've just been playing with this thing since I got it. I'm talking to my buddies going, you don't understand. This was my era. I collected all these cards from the 70s. I've got every Hank Aaron, every Willie Mays, every Carl Yastrzemski, every Boog Powell, every Fergie Jenkins. Billy Williams was my favorite player. I've got every one of them. Joe Morgan, Mike Schmidt, Greg Luzinski. The names go on and on and on. Brooks and Frank Robinson. Think about those Orioles teams in 70 and 71. Those Oakland A's teams with Reggie Jackson and Sal Bando, Joe Rudy, Catfish Hunter, and Vida Blue. I mean, come on. It takes you back to when baseball was pure, when it was at that time frame when you were young and innocent and just, it was awesome. $29.95. 100 different cards from the 70s. Folks, relive your dreams. Don't question this deal. Just order it. Now, of course, not every single deal is going to have 100 Willie Mays cards. Come on. But the bottom line is, for $29.95, when you find that one Willie Mays and you find that Hank Aaron and you find that Mike Schmidt, you're going to go through the roof. And we're going to guarantee it that you're going to get 100 different cards at $29.95. Folks, the best baseball card deal I've ever done. At this price, you can't afford not to buy it. $29.95. Order now and relive your dreams and go back in time. We don't get that opportunity very often. You can do it right now.
Folks, have I got a deal for you?
You have got to be kidding me! Wild West Deals!
WildWestDeals.com. You can shop all day long. Don West got those Jim and 10s, swimming in baseball cards again. Up in deck cricket, you gotta be kidding me. Crazy deals, that's insanity. Gizmos, gadgets, electronics, beer pong tables. D West got it. Sports memorabilia is the game. My man Don West has gotta be the name. WildWestDeals.com. Everything you want, let's get it on.